Hi guys, welcome back to Pembroke's Own and the next instalment of the Writing Tings playlist. This is where I give thoughts, tips and references to any aspiring or first time writers out there in a goal to help them finish their first manuscript. Before I continue any further, a huge thank you to all the love and support that I've received so far, and to all the new subscribers out there who found my channel through the shorts that I did over the weekend. This might be your first video that you've watched of me, so I hope you enjoy it, and a lot of thought has gone into this one. So today we're going to be discussing cliffhangers, where to implement them and where they work most effectively. Throughout the course of this video I'll give a couple of TV and movie examples, but also from my own writing and the cliffhanger at the end of my second book, Diseased Intentions. If you are new here, I do regularly use my own writing and my own books as references as well, because I purely believe that if you can talk the talk, then you should be able to walk the walk as well. I stand by my books, so this is why I use them as references. As always, I don't quite have the tech yet to put anything up on screen, so grab your pen and paper, your whiskey and haggis, and let's get to it. And this video suggestion actually came from my last Q&A from my subscriber Jenny McG, where she asked what makes the perfect cliffhanger. So thank you Jenny, and this video is for you. Point number one, understanding ambiguity and continuation. You need to express, understand and know exactly where your cliffhanger is going in regards to your story. Some cliffhangers do not require any continuation because what they leave in the reader or the viewer's mind is stronger than any composition could explain. The end of the two movies, Inception and American Psycho, are two of the most famous ambiguous endings in movie history. And if you look at all the fan theories and chat forums that have been dedicated to these movies' endings, you will understand the power of the fan's mind in what they can cook up. And not only that, it is also more profitable to the business itself or the film than any sequel could have been. Still to this day, no one is really sure if Cobb was still dreaming or if Patrick Bateman did actually murder all of these people. And people still having these discussions is a great marketing tool. Word of mouth is still a winner and the cheapest form of advertising that you could ask for. At the other end of the cliffhanger scale, you have the choice to take your story further. And this is where you can get hella creative. I've waxed lyrical about the ending of the first Saw movie enough times, particularly for its twist. But one thing that is very rarely discussed is its two-part cliffhanger. On one hand, the Jigsaw killer has just gotten away unharmed, and you know for a fact he'll be out setting up more games and traps until the cancer eventually takes hold of him. On the other hand, the door being shut on Adam and him being left alone in the dark in that room, and those few seconds of him screaming is just genius. Like any good horror movie, the worst thing about the unknown is what your brain will conjure up instead. This is why movies like the Blair Witch Project particularly are so effective, because you can't see the monster, so you will start to cook up your own fears in your own head, and it is specifically dedicated to your own fears. Adam being left in the dark is fucking scary, but also knowing that the Jigsaw killer is also out there leaves you to wonder what he'll do next. So your cliffhanger needs to have a predetermined basis. Are you looking to take your story further, or are you looking to end it there and have people conversating about it for years? Yes, I say conversating. I'm pretty sure that's a word. If it's not, don't care to find out. At the end of the day, people talking about your story is the best free advertising that you can have. It's up to you how you want to implement it. Point number two, setup and implications. And for this, we're going to be discussing and stroking my own ego with my second book, The Ending of Diseased Intentions. Just realised that this yellow hoodie probably makes me look like Georgie from It, but I'm not sure if Georgie from It was a Korn fan. Can you imagine that? How much of a different movie that would have been? Come down here, Georgie, you'll float too. Boom, da, 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 da. I think that I'd fucking watch that. In the last few chapters of Diseased Intentions, my main character Ryan is forced to make a decision not too dissimilar from the end of the first book. I knew this would hit my readers hard and potentially give them flashbacks, but the reason for this was for me to have a chance to show Ryan's growth and everything that he has learned along his character arc. Spoiler alert coming up if you have not read my books yet. If you want to read The Taste Beneath or Diseased Intentions, they are available on sale on Amazon now. And if you don't want to know any more about the story, then skip ahead a minute and a half or a random time frame and hope for the best. The small twist when it came to Ryan's choice was that he actually faked his original choice, making the antagonist think that he had just killed his captive, but in reality he was keeping them alive to use as a bargaining chip later on. Now this could have been a cliffhanger on its own in regards to the battle that Ryan has just ignited by fooling the antagonist into thinking that he had just killed one of them. But more is revealed in the very last paragraph when Ryan goes down to his captive and reveals his true reason for keeping her alive. He uses the same phrase that she used when she killed one of Ryan's family members. It's a common phrase, we've probably said it multiple times in our life, but with the implications, it had my readers knowing that more was to come and Ryan was not taking shit anymore. He's ready for blood, essentially, and my readers are now craving for this third book to come out. My beta readers have loved it, and it's because the end of Disease Intentions has set my third book up. And for my readers, you all know it. 2 birds, 1 stone. This cliffhanger works because it follows Ryan's journey over the course of 2 books, and now he is finally let off the leash. And this is what part 2 of this video was all about. Setup and implications. A, being the setup, I've hinted at this over the course of 2 books, and it follows his journey. And B, the implications. The reason this works is because I have not specifically specified, yes, fuck off. I have not specified exactly what he is going to do, leaving the reader guessing. They know Blood Ryan is coming, they just don't know how far yet. Point number 3, understanding the payoff and tension. And for this, we're going to be referencing one of the most important and controversial cliffhangers in modern TV. Negan's introduction at the end of Season 6, The Walking Dead. Just like with setup and implications, the writers knew to hold off Negan's full reveal until the end of the season, giving us hints and insights into his reach and influence over the course of Season 6 Part 2, with each episode getting more tense and violent. The level of tension spikes at the end of Season 6 when it is time for Negan's reveal, and you didn't need to read the comics to know that something bad was coming. And at the end of his incredible introduction, reveal and monologue, it was time for it to happen. And sneakily, the baseball bat execution was carried out, but the identity of the victim remained secret, cutting to black. 2 reasons why this worked. A, it started an absolute internet frenzy with theories, debates and even YouTube channels dedicated to this scene, with hours and hours of this episode being rewatched. Free advertising. And reason B, not revealing the identity of the victim helped keep all the focus on Negan's introduction. As much as it did start a debate, it helped solidify Negan in Walking Dead history. And when the time rolled round for Season 7, Episode 1, Negan was now seen as the one most formidable villain within the whole series. And when the identity of the victim was revealed, it had so much more weight and gravity after the 6th month cliffhanger of theories and debates. This cliffhanger style is a great way to build up to the next part of your story, particularly if you're going in the continuation route. Final points being, if you do want to do a cliffhanger, you have to make sure that it has some relevance to your story. Don't just do a cliffhanger for the sake of doing a cliffhanger. The same reason that you don't do subversion for the sake of subversion. It has to fit the world that you've created. It also comes down to the subjectivity of your writing, but also your reader. You have to understand the stakes of your cliffhanger. If the stakes are way too high, you are probably going to end up just pissing your readers off. If the stakes are too low, they won't care. You have to find that balance to keep your reader invested and wanting more. So there you have it. There's some tips and references that you can use when it comes to adding a cliffhanger to your story if you choose to do so. I've mentioned before that it is all subjective, but you do have to keep your reader in mind and find that balance and make it relevant to your story. So this has been your boy Pembroke's Own. Oh, stop saying your boy. So this has been Pembroke's Own. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the next installment of the Writing Tings playlist. If you are a new or aspiring writer out there, I hope these tips have helped. If you're one of the new subscribers that found my channel through the shorts, I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I do it once every 2 weeks where I either give writing advice or I talk about real life world events that have inspired my writing journey. If you're new here and you did enjoy this, please subscribe. If you found this video entertaining or educational, please leave a cheeky like. If there's anything else you want to see me talk about in the future, whether it's from a writing aspect, let me know down in the comments. And if you are one of the new subscribers from the shorts, let me know who you are and what I can do to improve this journey for you. But yeah, this has been me. I've got to get back to my third book because I'm sending it to my editor next week. Hope you all have a great week, and as always, much love, take care, peace.